Hey YouTube, it's Vicky Plasters here. It's Sunday the 10th of July today, and I just felt like making a video. I haven't felt like making a video for a while, so I figured seize that feeling and go with it. Well, I think probably the reason that I felt like making a video is because I feel like I'm really slowly starting to kind of claw my way back to you all and the weight loss surgery journey. My last few videos, you know, I've explained it's been a bit of a rough time, struggling really to get my head in the game, to figure out, you know, why am I not following the rules, why am I not doing it, and I think that's a whole host of things, and a whole host of things is starting to help me get back on track now. I finally managed to get through to the dietitian people from the hospital group where I have my appointment, where I have my surgery, and had a good conversation with the dietitian for the first time, which is pretty poor, isn't it, really? Well, I don't know if that's poor on their part and that they really ought to make more of an effort with their aftercare package, or whether it's poor on my part that I haven't sought it. I think in part I haven't really sought their help because I've had all of you, so I kind of felt like I knew what I was doing anyway, because any questions I had I could just come and find it on YouTube. What do I need the actual surgeons and the actual company that I had it with for? So yeah, so that was quite useful, and you know what, the lady that I spoke to, she was really nice, and she didn't say anything that I don't think she said anything that I didn't know, really. I think what she did do was she helped me not to feel like a complete crappy failure about the whole thing. She seemed quite surprised that I expected to come straight out of the box after surgery, being able to follow all of the rules that we all know so well. In her opinion, that's something that you work towards, and for somebody that's only had the one fill, I'm considered quite the newbie and still sort of trying to get to that point and shouldn't expect that yet. So that's quite interesting, because that's kind of not where I felt that I ought to be, but it made me feel a bit better anyway, that maybe I was over-exceeding expectations of myself. So there's been that. You all know that I've moaned about work a bit. Lately I've taken on, in addition to my existing workload, an enormous new role, to the point where you know, like sometimes you just think I might actually drown, you know, it may swallow me up. It's very intensive in terms of workload, it's very intensive in terms of sheer scale of the building and centre and staff team that I'm looking after, and there's a lot of need with the people that I'm managing at the moment for support and backup and stuff, so it's just really full on, and unfortunately I've taken it on. I had no choice but to take it on top of what I was doing until they can recruit for my old post. So it's played no small part in just taking over my life, really, for the last sort of, what, better part of 2 months. But I don't think that's going to come to an end anytime soon, and I guess I'm sort of starting to realise now, and after the conversation I had with the woman on the phone, that, you know, I really need to try and make some time within that for me, and all of this. Just silly stuff, like one of the things that I was talking about was that I eat crap during the day sometimes because I simply don't have time for a lunch break, and I don't have the 20 minutes it takes to sit down and chew a solid protein without it getting stuck. So I tried a few times to have like a prawn salad or something, but I'm trying to bolt it down while I'm answering emails, while people are still knocking on my office door, and before you know it, I'm in the bathroom having to bring it back up again. And I can't be doing with that in the middle of the work day, and it's a lot easier just to chuck something like a chocolate bar down my throat. Bash, energy, gets me through the next couple of hours. And that's where I've been, guys. You know, that's kind of what I've been looking at lately. And in addition to all of that, I've been trying to achieve one of my main goals for the year, which is to come off of medication. I was a little bit cryptic about that medication when I did my goals video, although there are those of you that probably could spot it. And I will be frank, that medication is an antidepressant medication. I've been on that since last Easter, which I've mentioned was when it all went fairly pear-shaped for me. And I've been slowly reducing that over the last couple of months, to the point where now, right now, as I sit before you, I'm completely unmedicated. So I'm kind of swinging between finding things completely hilarious to wanting to kill people. You know, like if you approach a dog that you don't know and it just looks at you with that face and makes that deep growl in the back of its throat, that kind of, I may rip your face off if you look at me, I get that. And just crying, which I'm really rubbish at. I'm not a crier. I don't like crying. I avoid it if I can, and I particularly don't like crying in front of other people. I'm all about the repression and shoving it down with food, mostly. So I kind of go round and round in circles, really, because I think, well, maybe I shouldn't be doing this now. Maybe I should have been focusing on the weight loss surgery and trying to lose weight and stuff. But you know, I keep saying that this has to be a whole lifestyle change for me, and I think if I'm honest, you know, getting rid of this medication is really important part of that, because I have to learn to deal without my crutches, various crutches. So I'm desperate for a cigarette. Melanie, exit Melanie, I feel your pain, girl. That's one of them, can't do that. And you know, for those of you that have been on any kind of anxiety medication or you know, mood suppressants or whatever, you know what it's, well, for me, it's a little bit like the whole of the world has just got a bit sharper again. You don't really realise that it's kind of dulled down a little bit while you're on it, but when you come off, all emotions have their sharp edges back. So things that you've been fairly chilled out about for a while, you're not chilled out about anymore. Things that were mildly irritating for the last 6 months now will drive you crazy. Some guy that you thought was hot on the TV 2 months ago, now you want to jump into the television, pull him out and rip his clothes off. It's a nightmare. So yeah, so I'm like a weird teenager at the moment, trying to, you know, put it all together. So that's kind of what's been going on in my world, really. It's been a bit weird, but I kind of feel like I'm ready to start slowly clawing back into the game again. I'm not ready to try and go, yeah, I'm doing all the rules, I've got my order, I've got my exercise, I've got my this, I've got my that, I'm doing my things. I'm just not there. Okay, I have to face it, that's what I'd like to be. It is not where I am. And you know, the lady that I spoke to on the phone said, just try and achieve one thing at a time. And you know what my main goal at the moment is stop eating chocolate bars and you will make 30 minutes for lunch. So that is my plan, guys. That's my plan for the next week, is that I will take a proper lunch break, partly for my own sanity and partly because that's how long it takes to eat food for us, you know, and I need to eat the right food, and the world will keep turning and can wait 20 minutes for me to eat a chicken salad, for goodness sake. So that's my main goal at the moment. I can't even think about the 100 or so pounds I have to lose. I'm not even ready to think about all of the rules again at the moment. I feel a little bit fragile with it, so I'm just going to be really kind of gentle with myself, if that makes any sense. So yeah, it feels good, you know, it feels good. Some of you may have noticed I've started to watch videos again, I've started to comment on people again. Sally, oh my goodness, Sally made a homemade, I can't remember what they call it, you know, like, is it like a frappuccino, an iced coffee, oh, epic. Coffee ice cubes made yourself, all smooshed up with skimmed milk and sugar-free syrup. I've got the vanilla one. Oh, it's brilliant. It's like a pudding and a coffee, and it fills you up. It's just great. So I'm loving that. Thank you, Sally. What I bought today, this is really weird, probably unrelated, and really quite sad, is some cross stitch. I can't believe I bought cross stitch. Is that just the saddest thing ever? Maybe. You know, I really feel like I need an activity that I can do that is relaxing, that will keep my hands busy so that I'm not reaching for things to munch on and grab and put in my mouth and stuff like that. So I've tried that today and I quite enjoyed it actually. It's a bit weird, but we'll see. I'm making myself a little bookmark at the moment. I'll show you all when it's done. I'm turning into like some kitschy old grandma. My goodness. But I'm getting a little bit crafty. The older I get, I was walking around the hobbycraft shop today. Quite excited, actually. So, so there's that. What else is happening? So I'm also moving house. Oh, it never rains, but it pours, right? In about 3 weeks. Again. So it's a pretty crazy time, and I'm going to try and get back on board despite all of that, because if this has to be part of my life, then life has its ups and downs and it will have to find a way to be part of that. So that's what I'm planning. And you know what I just realised earlier on today is that tomorrow is 5 months since my surgery. If I'm absolutely honest, when I say that out loud, I'm really disappointed, because I'm really disappointed by where I am 5 months out in terms of my weight. But there's the other side of my brain that says, you know, look at these other things you've achieved. You don't smoke anymore. You've given up smoking. You've taken a massive career leap. You have lost 20 pounds. Whereas with all of those stresses, I'd have probably kept that 20 pounds and add another 20 on top of that as well. So, you know, there's a side of my brain that knows everything's to be proud of, and then the side of my brain that goes, yeah, but I was expecting to be quite a lot thinner by now. But, you know, I didn't get here overnight, and I won't lose it overnight, will I? So yeah, I think that's it, guys. Trying to think what else I need to tell you. I think that's about it, really. I'm just kind of lurking around in the background, so saying hi to some of your videos, trying to keep one foot in the door, you know. So I really hope you're all well and having a great time. I think that's it. Okay, guys, I will make a video in a week. Because it's about time I got my arse and gear to do that again, isn't it? And I'll catch up with you all soon. Take care. Bye.